Hiya guys, Crazy Teacher Nick here with another video on your top 10 tips for AS level English paper 1. Wait, what's going on? Wait, hang on, something's wrong here. Can you guys see me? Guys, hi, can you guys? What's going on? My computer seems to have been taken over. I'm looking at what top 10, tip number 10, read with purpose. Okay, good. Do not skim, do not rush. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. Focus on the comprehension, so understanding of the text. Remember, you're looking for your tone, your audience, your purpose, your register. Okay. And read the text for understanding. Okay, before you start highlighting. I still can't really see what's happening. Annotation, yeah, absolutely. Your annotations are there to allow you to make sure you know what you're focusing on. I know I've done a video on how to basically structure your annotations. Focusing on powerful verbs, emotive language, I agree with that. Okay. This is not graffiti, this is survival. Computer. What's going on here? Structuring your response. Yes, absolutely. You need to make sure point, evidence, explain. That's actually a very good point. Point, evidence, explain, and develop. Yeah, absolutely. Really, really important. Terminology. Yeah, absolutely. Terminology, vitally important. Okay, so make sure that you're using the correct analytical language. Okay, it looks like I'm getting through here, so maybe this video is going to work. Yeah, okay, so analyze, don't paraphrase. What does paraphrase mean? Kind of, oh, so don't summarize the text. Oh, there we're going again. Hang on, let me see what I can fix here. Maybe I can come through again. But that is really, really important. Your job is to analyze, not retell the story, okay? You need to be focusing on why the writer did this, okay? You're focused on the effect. Absolutely, that's pretty good. Considering it's all going weird here, yeah, okay, so time management, absolutely important, guys. Okay, paper 1, 2 hours, 15 minutes, 1 hour for section A. You need as much time as possible for that section B. Section B is more important. You can gain more marks from that. Okay, these are pretty good tips. Okay, command words, and this is not just a brilliant tip for AS level English, but for any of your subjects. The command words that are used in your questions are vital. They will help you know exactly what the examiner is looking for. Okay, so make sure that you read the question carefully. I'm sure your teachers have told you about this 100,000 times. Read your question carefully. Okay, looks like we're getting through now. Okay, so um, uh, guys, this is actually also a very good tip. Whatever the computer's producing here, they're doing a fantastic job. So when we talk about the writer's craft, okay, writers write for a reason. Okay, everything that they do is for a purpose. So that is definitely something you need to think about. Okay, think about what the effect the writer was trying to have on the reader. I've got a great video about this as well. Okay, there we go. Things are working out better. Seems like I'm getting my control back of the computer. So this is important. Okay, when you're assessing or analyzing the work, or you're looking at it, okay, always think about how you are interacting with the text. Okay, so again, if you think that the structure that is being used weakens the message, that is the information you want to use. This kind of goes hand in hand, okay, with your terminology. Okay, but the main point is yes, you can be critical, but do not be cynical. Good tip, computer. Okay, some more good advice. Okay, practice papers, guys. The more practice papers you do, okay, it's kind of like anything. If you are an athlete, okay, and you're doing the 100-meter sprints, you don't just walk out on the first day and try and do 100 meters against the top racers. Okay, if you want to be in that first place, you're practicing, 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 and practice papers are a great way. Okay, look at model answers, and if you don't have people in a class, interact with other people, even in the chat box. Maybe they could share some of their answers with you. Okay, and you can build some sort of a community around that. Okay, I am going to be hopefully loading up some more model answers for some questions coming up soon. But this is a way to basically remember, not every student is going to assess the text exactly the same. Okay, it's really what you see and how it impacts, how you think it impacts on the reader or affects the reader. Okay, but by looking at model answers, it can give you great ideas on what else you can do. Okay, this is brilliant. Top 10 tips. Oh no, now what? Hang on. Okay, wait. I think I've got it. Okay, here we go. I've got more control of my screen. So let's just do a quick recap of those top 10 tips. Okay. Tip number 10, read with purpose. Okay, read for understanding. Okay, don't rush through your reading. At least make sure you have a good comprehension, a good understanding of the text. Okay, identify the overall purpose, audience, and tone. Okay, register is definitely going to be part of that. Okay, and you're reading to understand the meaning of the text. Okay, not necessarily survival. But could be depending on how much practice you've done. Tip number 9, annotations. Guys, your annotations are there to help you. Okay. Again, like I said earlier, I got a video on how to basically break down that text so that you can annotate it clearly. Structure your response. Guys, it is really important that you focus on form, okay, then structure, then language. I know the mark scheme says you don't have to, and I agree with that, but it's just a nice, clear way for the examiner to see. So you're using your point, evidence, explain, develop, okay? You're then first focused on form, key conventions, structural devices, language devices. Always a good bet to make sure that you're reaching for those top marks. Terminology, terminology, terminology. There are, I think I put some of these videos into the playlist that I found from another YouTuber. I'll see if I can link it below. Okay, but it is really important that you're using the correct terminology in your analysis. Okay, the correct language. And if you look at the mark schemes, you can develop your terminology or your terminological understanding of how to use the words by going through all of those mark schemes. Okay, big one, analyze, don't summarize. I keep saying this over and over again. It's so easy to retell the story, and that's not your job. Your job is to interpret the text. Okay, so you're asking why this word, why this phrase, why would the writer do this? What is the impact the writer is trying to have on the reader? Time management, guys, 3,600 seconds equals 60 minutes. 3,600 seconds. Just keep that in mind. Every second counts. Okay, do not spend more than 60 minutes on section A of paper 1. Okay, there are more marks available, or marks are easier to attain in section B. Okay, complete section A and move on to section B as soon as possible. Do not waste time. Command words, command words, command words. Again, this is more about reading the question and making sure, okay, that you understand what the question is asking you to do. Analyze the text based on form, structure, and language. Okay, so that is your job, is to analyze the text based on form, then structure, then language. Okay, but read, no matter how many times you've done these practice papers, read those questions very, very carefully. Yeah, so the writer's craft, okay, writers write with purpose. And I said this to my students just today, okay. We might see some of the things that they did to affect the reader. We might see some things that affect the reader that the writer might not have intended. It doesn't matter, okay? Unless you know the writer perfectly, like they're your best mate and you chat to them every single day on WhatsApp, okay? You're not going to know. So you're using all of the tools at your disposal. You know who your audience is, you know what the device is. You can assume, you can guess, you can understand why the writer perhaps might have used that device to have an impact on the reader. Okay, remember, English is an art, not a science. Okay, again, you can criticize if you feel that the writer has done something. You can be critical, okay, but don't make it the main point of what you're doing. Okay, your opinion is welcome as to what the writer did, why the writer did it, what the effect on the reader was, considering what this does for the text. Okay, is a form of assessment. Okay, and that's what you're doing. You're analyzing the text, you're assessing the text. So there's potential there. My top number 1 tip, okay, practice, practice, practice. Okay, you cannot get away from this. It is a great way to make sure that you're getting those top grades. Okay, guys, jokes aside, I'm just trying to do something a little bit different with these videos. Maybe, other students will find it easier to learn this way. Go back, go through those 10 tips and that. Remember, guys, like the videos, share the videos, subscribe. Okay, please push that subscribe button. It tells me that you guys are busy watching, okay, that I can make more videos. And you guys know what I'm going to say next. What? No, you rock. Wait, where did this come from? You compute? I don't know. Should that be my new catchphrase? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Otherwise, you guys rock. Be awesome.